So good. Let me check the screen.
Yep.
Time
We
to
good?
promise.
No. All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, that's like that pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of how about Shema Shah pushing to get up out of here. Follow on to the hopeful elect, the believers and listeners that have came back to the obedience of the scripture through faith in Yahweh by Shema Shah. All right, with GMS, Mississippi. All right, Memphis. All right, going into a lesson, going into Isaiah the 13th chapter, which is a real, heavy chapter, according to the times that we in now. You see, and that's why, it's important, to have a full understanding, of the scriptures, like when the Most High told Ezekiel to eat the roll. All right, he was talking about the whole book, not just the New Testament, not just the Old Testament, but the whole book. All right, because this chapter in Isaiah, is very relevant for the times that we are in now. There's a lot of things that haven't been fulfilled, in the Old Testament. So we're gonna go through it, and explain how it ties in with prophecy today. All right. You got it, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1.
Yep.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Yep.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, and exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Yeah, and that's what's happening now. And it says the burden of Babylon, because Babylon is dealing with America. All right. Because as people, in America walk around, with no understanding, how heavy, how much America, is included within prophecy, man. America is is really like the center location of prophecy in the end times. You see? So what's going on in America, is talked about in the scriptures, man. And people walk around America as if this will never end. No, horrible times are coming here, man. Ultimately, total destruction. All right, and we are in the gates of the nobles. All right, via the YouTube. Because the gates is what, a place of traffic. You see, and the most traffic on earth is this YouTube, man. Billions of videos are put up on YouTube, and billions of viewers, all right, on YouTube daily. So this is the main place of traffic. All right, and the elites, they watch these videos, from their dwellings, man. All right, so we're shaking our hand, which means we're telling them about themselves, all right, in the gates of the nobles, man. And y'all brothers had something. Okay, come, brother. I not get Job. I want to say it's 20 and 29. It might be 21, 20. Let me see. And then so I'll get Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Let me see. That's Job. Yeah, you get Job 21. All right, 29. Anna.
The Job 21 and 29. Have you not asked them that go by the way?
Yep.
And do you not know their tokens?
Yep. And the tokens is a sign, and see the Bible, left us signs about who the wicked would be. What would they be doing? You see, how he will be ruling in deception, how he will be trying to be the most high in the earth. So we see the tokens of who the wicked is, man, according to the scriptures, man. Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
They said that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction.
Yep.
To be brought forth to the day of wrath.
Yep. And we in that time of destruction. Isaiah 13 gonna go into that destruction, you know. So since we're in that time of destruction, Most High has raised up prophets, all right, to be watchmen unto the elect and to condemn everyone else, man. Because we're in the time of judgment now, man. The time reserved for the judgment of Esau is now, all right, for what he did as serpent, for what he did as Cain, all right, and everything that he had did all the way up until this time. Now we're in the time of his judgment, you know. It's gonna be global. Go ahead.
It said on 31, who's so like it said, who shall declare his way to his face?
Yep.
And who shall repay him what he had done?
Hey, who shall declare his ways to his face? You see, just like it said in Isaiah 13, that we will go into the gates of the nobles. All right, we're declaring him his ways to his face. All right, we call him out by name. You know, we're not saying deep state, the shadow government. You know, no, we're saying Esau, Edom. All right, Amalek, which is the head tribe, man. Even going to the banking families, the Rothschilds, Oppenheimers. You know, the DuPont. You know, the Vanderbilts. You see, we calling this man out to his face, man. The house of David is calling this man out to his face, you know, and that's what the scripture is going into. All right.
Right. I had a precept, bro.
All right, you got it, bro. Then Zahab, you get that, and then we'll go back to Isaiah 13.
This is Psalms 94 and 16.
Yep.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Mm-hmm.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Yep, and that's why the Lord raised up the house of David. Because remember, back during the time of David, you remember how all of Israel, you know, was scared of Goliath. You see, until David jumped out there, you know. So the house of David is back now, and Esau was like that Goliath, you know. And the Lord got the spirit on us to be bold, man, to jump out there, man. You know, all in faith, because all David had was faith, you know. Okay, you get that Zah, that Wisdom Solomon.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and make no account of his labors.
Yeah, so it said we will stand in boldness in the face. All right, we're directly, you know, going at this man spiritual. You know, and so they made no accounts of his labors, man, because in Esau's society, the Israelite man is the lowest of the low. You know, we get no credit for anything. All right. You know, they just paint us as slaves and thugs, man. You know, or coons. You see, not knowing that all the inventions, you know, that make life easier, Jake invented them, man. You see, but you wouldn't know that the way that the average Israelite man is treated in the earth, you know, but those same men are declaring this man's ways to his face, man, in the gates of the noble, you know. But that's you go back to the Isaiah and you not hold that Psalms 103 and 20.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones, and I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
Yep. Hey, the sanctified ones is the prophets. You know, because sanctified means separate, you know, which we went into the during class a couple weeks ago. You got it, or not? Go ahead.
I got a precept for that.
Go ahead.
It's Jeremiah 1 and 5.
Yep.
34. It said, Then the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
That ordained thee a prophet to the nation. All right, which means what? We were born with a purpose. You see, because those spirits of the prophets will always separate into the Most High. Hey, because those are like the Most High's, you know, spiritual weapons in the earth. You know, the prophets. You see, so the prophet was always separated from amongst, you know, the rest of Israel. All right, for a purpose, man. You know, even when you go into you know, I get that in Revelation 14 and 4. Where it says about, you know, those first fruit, the 144,000. Go ahead.
This is
It's a heavy
Revelations
thing that's
14.
going on in the earth. You know, you got it, bro. So,
Salakia. This is Revelations 14:4.
mhm.
These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb.
Yeah, so we was redeemed from among men, you know, from all the men, all right, of the nation of Israel. The Lord, you know, reserved his prophets and separated, you know. That's why we've been separated, you know, from this world, man. You know, we have no interest in this world. We've been separated, all right, to do the bidding of Yahweh Bashim al Shah. So the Most High said he called his sanctified ones, you know, like the scripture talk about our calling, how we was called into this thing. This is what we was called to do, man. You know, to prophesy, chant this place down, and build up the elect, edify the elect. You see, you go back in that Isaiah, bro. Restart at 3 again.
This is Isaiah 13:3.
Yep.
I have commanded my sanctified ones, and I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
Yep. Hey, the Lord's mighty ones for his anger dealing with the angels. And see, that's all we've been seeing, you know, especially this year is what chariot sights, what they call UFO sights, you know, because the eyes of the Lord is watching everything, man. You know, get that in Psalms 103. You had one, Rock?
I got
You forward and then you get that song. You got it, bro.
I got Psalms 103:20.
Yeah, you can get it.
This is Psalms 103:20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength and that
Yep.
do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word.
Yep. Which means what? They're completely obedient. You know, when you go into Daniel the 7th chapter, it talks about how all those angels was around the throne. You know, 10,000 upon 10,000 was around the throne of the Most High. Well, they're just waiting for the bidding, whatever the mission is. They're waiting to go do it, man. You know, and they're watching this place heavily. You know, when you get you know, I get that in Proverbs 15. You know, I want to say 3, bro. Might be 1 to 3. Hold on. And then Zahal, you get that Amos 9 and 8.
Verse 3.
It's verse 3. The eyes of the Lord. Yep, that's it, bro.
This is Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Yep. And the eyes of the Lord are the chariots, man. All right, they scoping this place out, man. And the main place was chariot sightings is in America, man. You know, so the eyes of the Lord, all right, is heavy, you know, within this realm, these chariots, man. You know, and pretty soon, all right, they're gonna get that green light, man. See, everything is just waiting on the green light, you know, from the king, man. And then this place through, when the Most High get a green light, this place done, man. You know, it's gonna be easy work. You see, you got that Amos so
This is Amos 9 and 8. It says, Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth,
Yep.
saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
And that's that remnant, that's that 1/3 is gonna be delivered, you know. But the Yahweh Bashim al Shah has his eyes on this place, man, you know, and it's gonna be destroyed off the face of the earth, man. America will never be an inhabitable landmass again. You know, it'll be a desert. You see, so he's gonna destroy, you know, all Esau has built up, you know, and the chariots gonna play a major part in that, man. The missiles, you know, which they're finna get into that too. You know, you had some, bro.
Yeah, I had some. I had some of Joel.
You got.
So this Joel 3. I'm gonna read 9.
Okay, you got it, bro.
So this Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak sound strong. It said, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Did it cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord?
Yep. Hey, because the chariot led by Yahushua is going to intervene in the Third World War. You know, so with these nations, you know, prep themselves militarily, you know, for this Third World War by investing, you know, heavily into their military. All right. Hey, it's going to lead to what? They all-out war between these nations, and Yahushua going to enter this realm and conquer, man. And those angels are going to be with him, those mighty ones, you know. Because when you get matter of fact, y'all can get Isaiah 63:1. You keep reading, bro, if you had some more.
Yeah, I'm just read 12. It said, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be raking and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat. For that's where I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, we finna see, you know, like the scriptures say, you can get that in 2nd Ezra 13:33, bro. But you get that in Isaiah 63:1. Then we're gonna get that in
All right. This is Isaiah 63:1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
traveling in the greatness of his strength. Why? Because it's gonna be Yahushua and the rest of the heavenly host. You know how much power they're gonna be? The power that Yahushua got by itself. And then he's gonna be deep with the mighty ones, man. You know? Esau done, man.
Yeah.
It's over, man. It's over.
Hey, I got a precept, bro.
Over, man. You got it, bro.
Hey, this is Psalm 68:17. It says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place.
Yeah. So Yahushua, he already coming back. All right, ranked up, you know, pissed. And then you got the mighty ones, they just want all the smoke. The angels don't know nothing but smoke. You know, they ain't got no conscience, they ain't got no emotions, you know. They were created just to get it, you know, and they at the bidding of Yahushua. So that's how he coming traveling in the greatness of his strength, man. This man is through, you know. Esau done, man. You think a nigga, you know, with that little ass suit, you know, gonna stand a chance, man? You know, Joe Biden, them, come on, man. You know, but that's what a nigga hope in. You see? But matter of fact, before you get there, you got something up.
Come.
All right. Now get Luke. I think it's 9:26. You get yours out, then we're gonna get there, you know. Then we're gonna get that Luke.
Come. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yep. You can break it down, bro.
Yeah, just going into how you're talking about, like, you know, those angels are just waiting for their purpose, man. You know, the Lord created certain spirits, you know, just for the intent of bringing destruction.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's according to the Most High's vengeance, not their own. So the force behind them, the driving force behind them, ultimately is Yahweh. You know, so that's, you know, of course, through his son Yahushua, like, there's nothing to be on the other end of. Like, you don't want to be on the other end of that.
Yeah, because if you ain't on them chariots, speechless. Hey, you got to you know, And then we get that Luke.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land lead the battle they have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
Hey, jump up the 30, bro. I think that's the one I want.
Chapter 30.
Yeah, it's a lot.
This is 2nd Ezra 13 to 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
Yep. Go ahead.
And one shall undertake to fight against another. Against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Yeah, so it's gonna be going down. You know, one people against another. Black Lives Matter, Proud Boy. You see, Russia, America. You know, Israelis, Iran. You know, it's gonna be going down on every level. Then our shot he gonna intervene. One realm against another. So, hey, this is a time where we finna see some power. Hey, the powers from the heaven, all right, is finna introduce itself to the powers of the earth. You know, since Esau around here capping, you know, like he's some type of guy. Hey, that's finna be checked. You know, that's finna be checked in a major way. So that's the time frame we in where the Most High, all right, is finna show the power, all right, from the heavens, man, in a major way. You see,
Hey, that made me think of like a battle royal in WWE or something like that, man. Everybody battling each other, and then you know that champ finally come out and, and whoop everybody ass.
Run through everybody. So this time the champ just gonna pick up the whole arena. You got it, bro. You got it now.
Oh, Salaki. It's on Luke 9 and 26. It said, For whosoever should be ashamed of me and my words, of him should the Son of Man be ashamed. When he should come in his own glory, and in his Father's, and of the holy angels.
Yep. Hey, so we should be in the spirit, you know, to take whatever shame come with, you know, following and believing in your house shot. Because this word gonna try to shame us for what we believe, but so what? You know, that ain't gonna matter what these people say when Yahweh Shah come back and we on the chairs and they not. You see, because Yahweh Shah say he coming back in his glory, the glory of the Father and of the holy angels. So he coming with a lot of power, you know. So we want to be on the chair. So this little shame that we're gonna get from this world ain't nothing, man. You know, compared to being accepted, you know, on those chariots, man. When Yahweh Shah come to get down in the earth, man. You know, because once he deliver, then it's gonna be time to get down, because he's really just getting us out the way. You see, you got Zach.
John, this is Zephaniah 3 and 19. It says, Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
And it began with that deliverance. You know, that deliverance just gonna be on such a whole nother level. Those men, you know, like I say, like those men, all right, they was looked at as nothing. You know, will be exalted in that day. You know, literally exalted in those chariots. And when New Jerusalem come down, we come down. You know, we coming down with rank. You know, hey, we leaving. You know, we're going to leave as prophets, but we're going to come down as kings, man. You see, and these people gonna have to bow down to their power. You know, ain't gonna be no democracy and voting. No, nigga. All right, Moab gonna have to put down the back. You see, Ham gonna have to stop them goddamn golden shower and shit. You know, everybody finna learn order and righteousness, man, and we want to be a part of it, man. You know, you had something.
I got a quick one on that Shane.
You got it, bro.
So this is a whack 4:21. For that, it's a shame they bring a sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame which is glory and grace. You know, that's the shame, all right, that we take, you know, for believing in Yahushua, because it's gonna come with, you know, oh well, we already prepared to deal with it. All right, we don't care about the opinions of people that's finna be put to death, you know, that's finna be tormented. You see, and we should be in the point now where we take the shame cheerfully, man. And these people, what do these people's opinions matter? And we know we went through all these scriptures explaining how Shai coming back, all right. But we worried about the nigga, you know, with some Under Armour shoes, what he think, you know. You got it, you get back into Isaiah.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
Yep. Go ahead.
In a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. And the Lord,
a tumultuous noise, you know. Go ahead.
Noise of the kingdoms and of nations gathered together, and the Lord of hosts musters the host of the battle.
Yo, the Most High is instigating this war. You see, people, you know, people talk about God and Jesus, God is love. No, Most High is all about controversy. You know, he look how the way, you know, Jacob supplanted Esau for the birthright. You know, he didn't have to play out like that. The Most High wanted to play out like that for the sake of controversy, man. He wanted to be, you know, an intense hatred between those two nations, man. So as we see World War III happening, you know, you got people, because Christians hate to talk about World War III, you know, and they hate to talk about that, you see, but they don't understand. They claim they believe in the Bible. Well, it said the Lord of hosts, he mustered up the battle. He's instigating this war, man. You see, you now get that in Proverbs 21. I think 21:1. And then I want you to read it again. We're gonna go into those missiles. All right, you get that Proverbs 21:1, bro. You're not. Can you hear me? You froze up, bro.
You hear me?
You good, bro?
Okay, come. Yeah, it kept unmuting and unmuting. This is Proverbs 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will.
Yep. Go ahead. So now that was it. Yep. So how about your mouth? Child in full control, you know, just like you play, you know, 2K, you know, Madden. All right, you in full control, all right, of those players. Well, that's how the Most High does with actual people in the earth, man. He's in full control, all right, and the kings and the higher ups are no exception. He's in complete control of the minds of the people on earth, man. You know, and he plays on the minds of these kings to play out particular, or these different rulers and higher up and these politicians to play out his will in the earth, man. You know. So it's the Most High that mustered this battle. You see, read the verse 4 again. And let's deal with the missiles. Y'all can get Joel 2, and matter of fact, start at 1 to get Joel 2 and 1. But read that again. Isaiah 13:4, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
Like as a great people. Now, if you read it, you'll think it's talking about actual people. All right, it's like as a great people, comparing it to a great people. You know, read on, bro.
And a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Yeah, so you would think, all right, it was actual nations, actual people gathering together, you know, but no, they're speaking of the missiles, and we're going to prove it, all right, because those nations, it's going to be like those nations are going to send missiles as their ambassadors. That's how the nations going to gather together against America, all right, it's through missiles, man, you know. You get that in Joel 2:1, and then let's get that in Jeremiah. But go ahead with that Joel 2:1, bro.
All right, this Joel 2:1, it says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain."
Yep, hey, that's what we're doing now. You see, we blowing the trumpet because this is reality. Like these missiles actually coming. World War III is coming. You know, so we're blowing the trumpet because our people, all right, the tribes, all right, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, you know, Israelite foreigners whom look like the other nations, all right, we have a savior. We have a way out of this. Like Yahushua said, he's the way, the truth, and the life. So we're blowing the trumpet like, look, this is what's going down in the earth. This is really about to happen, you know? So we're blowing that trumpet, you know? Read again, bro.
This is Joel 2:1. "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Yep.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand."
Yep, the day of the Lord is nigh at hand. And before that day comes, it's gonna get real, real bad in the earth, man. You know, even before World War III comes, it's gonna be real bad in the earth, man. It's gonna be chaotic, man. And we seeing it happening now. You see, while Jake is dancing in the street over a verdict, you know, fake ass verdict, you know, with nothing but a damn Tyler Perry play, you know, the George Floyd case. But while Jake is dancing in the street, this is coming, man. This is being prepared. You see, like we were talking about earlier, man. Russia stacked up over there on the border, man. All right, China, they scrapped up over there in the South China Sea, man. All right, Iran, they just enriched their uranium output to 60%, and that's the most it's ever been ever. All right, and that's the one of the main components for having nuclear warheads, man. And they already show America how precise their missiles are by hitting the military bases for over 1,000 miles out. You see, so our niggas is dancing over a case. These nations getting ready, man, to take America off, take the whole country off the map, man. You see, you got it, bro.
It says, verse 2, "A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong."
Yep. So going back to like in Isaiah 13 and 4th chapter, going to like a great people and strong, but it's not talking about actual people, it's talking about the missiles. It's going to further expound on it. Go ahead.
It says, there have not been ever the light, neither shall be any more after it. Even to the years of many generations.
Yep. So what it's saying is the Most High is going to allow these nations to shoot all those missiles, because there's never has been a time on the earth where nations had nuclear arsenals. There has never been in existence. You can't go back in no time period, all right, and see when nations had a nuclear arsenal, man. All right. So it said, read it again, bro. It never, that last part.
It says, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Yeah, so it's not going to be none after it, all right? Because nations will never have a nuclear arsenal again, after this Third World War, all right? Weapons are going to be burnt after this Third World War. Same way it said in Joel how they beat they
pruning hooks.
Yeah, they pruning hooks into swords. Well, now they're gonna do the opposite. You know, matter of fact, because I'll get that Isaiah 2:1 going into the kingdom, and then Yanah get Ezekiel 39:8. You know, just to prove, all right, ain't gonna be no nuclear arsenals. Ain't gonna be, all right, Moab tested missiles. You know, in the kingdom, man. You see, you got it, Zah. Then we're gonna go back to Joel.
This is Isaiah 2:1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yep. And this is after the Third World War. All right, when New Jerusalem has came down. All right, and these nations are put into complete subjection. All right. So this is what Isaiah is seeing. All right, the kingdom of heaven up and running. Go ahead.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, to the of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word
Yep.
of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Yep, but it's gonna be the rule and governor of the earth. All right, will be the law, statutes, and commandments. Well, Yahweh Shai, all right, being the top king on the earth, you know, ruling on the throne of David, you know, all 12 tribes, you know, back together, you know, 12,000 men from each tribe being part of that government, that Mount Zion, man. You know, so this is post-World War. All right, go ahead.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
See that? So they finna beat their weapons into what? Farming tools going into what? They finna go into servitude. All right, go ahead.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Neither shall they learn war anymore. All right. So read that last part again in Joel, and then we're gonna get that Ezekiel.
All right. This is Joe. You want me to go back to verse 2, the last part of verse 2?
Yeah, the last.
Okay.
The last part, they have when it say there have not been ever the light. Yeah.
It says, there have not been ever the light, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Yeah. But what? The nation's not gonna learn war anymore. All right. There ain't gonna be no, you know, arms race in the kingdom. You know. So it's never been a nuclear arsenal build up ever in the earth, and it ain't gonna be one after that these missiles are used, man. You know. All right, you know you got that. Then let me make sure it's 8. You can go to, and then nah, get Jeremiah 50 and 14. But let me make sure that's it. Yeah. Read Ezekiel 39:8. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 39:8. Behold, it is come and it is done, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is the day whereof I have spoken, and they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, and the hand staffs and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years.
Yeah, so the weapons, anything left gonna be burnt up. Any type of weaponry, tanks, you know, AK, Draco, you know, ain't gonna be nothing. You know, they're gonna be burnt up. And there's a cut on those people that's in the land now saying that they the people, man, because these things haven't happened yet. These things we speaking about hasn't happened yet, man. So they can't be the people. All right. So read that and then Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 50 and 14.
Yep.
It said, put yourselves in a way against Babylon round about. All ye that bend a bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord.
Yep. So it says shoot at her, spare no arrows. It said already in the boat. And that's every nation that has nuclear capability, man. They gonna spare no arrows on America, man. All right, and that's gonna be that great people. That's gonna be, that gathering of nations against America is gonna be through their missiles. All right, that's how they gonna jump America, man. It's gonna be through missiles, you know. So you go back to Joel, and then we'll go back to Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
We started at 3.
Like you.
Okay, bro.
All right, this Joel 2 and 3. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Mm-hmm.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
And nothing shall escape them. It said a fire devoured before them. All right, and then we went over in class that fire is that devours before them is that nuclear warhead that's on the front of their projectile. You see, and then burning, and then and behind them a flame burner. That's the projectile that's pushing that warhead. You see, that warhead that's coming to devour. And then it said before them, it was as a Garden of Eden, which is like a paradise because America is one of Esau's paradise, man. You see? But then it said behind them a desolate wilderness. You see? So it ain't gonna be people that's gonna turn America into a wilderness, it's gonna be missiles, and people ain't gonna have fire behind them, It's gonna be the missiles, though, projectiles that's gonna have fire behind them. It said none shall escape. Because if you're not on those chariots, all right, when those missiles hit America, if you ground zero when missiles start hitting, you out of there. Ain't nothing gonna make it, man. They're at least gonna be gone into their retreats. You see? And ain't gonna be nothing, all right, but you niggas, Eve and Joe Sixpack, and you out of there, man. All right. You got it, bro.
All right. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run.
Yeah, just going to their power and their swiftness, because now they got hypersonic missiles, they can leave from Moscow and be in New York in 20 minutes, man. You see? So it's going to that speed and that power, Go ahead.
What do you say? Keep going?
Yeah, keep going. Yep.
Okay. I had a precept too.
Okay, finish that Joel, then we get it, bro.
All right. It's like Joel 2 and verse 5, it says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people sit in battle array.
Go ahead.
Before their faces, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness.
Yeah, because you can imagine the face on somebody, that looks up and seeing the sun blotted out with missiles, man. You see the sky black with missiles, man, and you there with no escape. You can imagine how they're gonna be looking, man. But that's to come. That's gonna be a reality soon, man. You got it, bro.
Hey, they showed you that on what was that, 300?
Yeah.
Shot all them arrows up, and dude, you couldn't even see the sun. There was so many of them.
And Leonidas were through.
It says, verse 7, they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war.
Yep. Go ahead.
And they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
Yeah, so they shall run like mighty men. I say going back to that power and that speed. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Yeah, because America's missile defense is not gonna be able to uphold, all right, the onslaught that's coming. It's gonna be overwhelmed. You see, it's gonna break that barrier. You know, I think Mississippi. I mean, America has a missile defense system called the Patriot. Well, that Patriot ain't gonna hold up, man. You see, it's gonna get overwhelmed. All right, and it says, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks, which means every missile gonna have its own trajectory. You know, no missile is gonna, hit one another. All right, and it's finna go into it, but every missile gonna have its own trajectory. All right, where it hits its target, man. You know, it's gonna have its own path of flight to its target. You see, showing the Most High gonna be guiding those missiles, man. Keep going, bro.
All right, verse 8, it says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Yep. So the like I say, the missile defense system, which is gonna shoot, projectiles to try to intercept those missiles, but it's not gonna have none effect. Like it just said, they're not gonna be wounded. So that's the missile defense system is gonna be null and void in that day. Go ahead.
It says, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Yeah, and it's just their complete destruction. That fire gonna completely cover every crack and crevice of America. Those nuclear winds, it's gonna fully engulf America. That's why it's known as a lake of fire, man. All right, it's gonna be fully engulfed, man. You ain't gonna be able in no basement. All right, you in the corner somewhere unscathed. You got lucky. No, everything is gonna be scorched, even the elements, as Apostle Peter say. So that people is dealing, with those missiles. All right. Anybody else had something before we go back to Isaiah?
I had a quick one.
I got one too.
Okay, it was the how we had one. We had one first. And then y'all can none, then you not. You guys are.
Yeah, it's a precept going into the missiles. This is Zechariah 14:12. This shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah, you can break it down, bro.
And that's hey, what other weapon forms can do that? While you're standing on your feet, just be blown to smithereens, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a horrible, painful death, and like we don't know, how the Most High gonna draw that out, because He controls time, He controls pain, He controls. Man, you trying to get on the chariot, we want to be in it, looking down, and singing the song of Moses in the chariot, man. We don't want to be down here trying to deal, because that's gonna be the full anger of the Most High. So it ain't gonna be light, They ain't gonna have to like that. You still remember that dream you had, or not?
Which one?
What the missiles? You seen Jake in that fire, them nukes.
Oh yeah, I still remember that vividly.
Yeah, like you were saying, like hell, it felt like it was, you can see the pain on Jake's face, and then it felt like it was a long time, So yeah, Jake, around here tipping and playing. Like if you make it to the missiles, man, the Most High really has some type of indignation against you, man. But you can go back to Isaiah, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. And they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord in the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Yep, it said the Lord and the weapons of his indignation. You see, these are the Most High's weapons, you know, because what you get that in you know, I get that in Isaiah
54.
yeah, 54, and what is 16? Yep, get Isaiah 54 and 16. And so I'll get Jeremiah. Get Jeremiah 50 and 25. What you got, you know?
This is Isaiah 54 and verse 16.
Yep.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
Yep. So the Most High, you know, he put it on the mind on these different nuclear physics to be able to split the atom. You know, that was the Most High's idea. All right, he just utilized, you know, these particular Edomites, you know, mainly teaming them German Edomites to come up with this technology, man, to make these destructive weapons, but they're going to be used for his purpose. All right, so these are the Lord's weapons, man. You know, I think we had went into it one time. Oh, I can't remember the guy's name. You know, that first really starts. Who it was?
Honest something, I believe.
Yeah, I had to.
I know his first name like Honest, start with an E. If I'm not mistaken.
See if I can look it up, but
Robert Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer was one of them. Yep, yeah, he was one of them. Cause he the one that said he became when he figured out how to do it, he became the destroyer world. Yeah. And then there was another one. But they came up with it around like I think like the 1920s.
Was it John Cockcroft and Ernest Walton?
It sound about right.
It says who first split the atom to confirm Einstein's theory.
Yeah, that's what they say. Walton.
Yeah, Ernest Walton.
Yep, Ernest Walton. I think they started fooling around with like 1919, 1932. Yep. Then that other guy you was talking about, his name was Otto Robert Fish. And then there was a German, Otto Hahn. They the one to start that nuclear fission in 1938. You know, but by the time the 40s came, they had, you know, atomic weapons. But it was the Most High. Read that again, you know.
Okay, I was talking about the atomic. I'm not sure I can see it. Ernest Rutherford, the New Zealand physics.
Yeah, that's the one I think we had went over in class.
Yeah.
But around about the 1920, 1919, 1930, the Most High started putting it in the mind of these Edomites to really go into these, you know, these atoms and nuclear fission, you know, for what? For this time now, man. All right. Hey, read that again, you know.
This is Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Yep. So the Most High created the waster to destroy, man. These different, you know, I say nuclear, you know, science, atomic scientists, you know, you start putting in their mind, you know, to go into it, all right, and make these weapons of destruction, man, you know. You get that Zab and Jeremiah 50 and 25.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 25. And it reads, "The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans."
Yeah, so the Most High has opened up his armor. All right. So when you see these nations test the missiles, that's really the Most High. He tested missiles. You know, he got them testing. You know, telling he got in their mind, look, it's time to use these weapons now, man. All right.
Yeah, because I remember they also said like around the late 1800s, like the early 1900s, there's a law about to be passed in America that was going to say basically like stop, like they're going to release all the patents to the public because they're like, we've gone as far as technology can go. Like there's not going to be any more inventions. And then like shortly after, it was like the 1920s, like people started making cars, planes, vacuum cleaners, radios, and like all types of stuff. So like this is the Most High's will. Like, look, like technology can go as far as Yahweh Shem El Shai wills it.
Yeah, that's powerful. That they were gonna release the pad. They thought they had peaked out, but they really just got started.
Because they're starting to say the same thing now. Like, oh well, the internet's been invented, and there's not too many inventions happening now. But I mean, they haven't seen the Most High's technology.
Yeah. So in the kingdom, you're gonna tell them what type of technology we're gonna have, and it's gonna be in righteousness. It ain't gonna destroy the earth, man. But this place gotta be destroyed first, and we reading about it, and this is the will, of Yahweh Shema Shai in the earth. Then you go back to Isaiah, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Go ahead.
How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Go ahead.
And they shall be afraid, and pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Yep.
And they're
gonna be real uncomfortable in these times, man. Leading up until the missile comes, it's gonna be very uncomfortable, especially here in America where everyone's used to being pampered and catered to. You see? So this is that horrible time that's coming to the earth, man. There ain't gonna be no pride, ain't gonna be no more independent women, ain't gonna be no more, a nigga think he untouchable. All right. These Edomites dwelling without care, that's gonna be gone. It's just gonna be pure chaos, man. You trying to survive every second. Nothing but bad news and worse news. That's the only news that's gonna be out there. So this is the direction that the earth is going. You see? Go ahead, bro.
And they should be amazed one at another, and their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Yeah, so the Most High he finna do just a purging in the earth, especially in America, because this place has gotten beyond wicked, man. The thing that's allowed here, the things that's accepted here, it's done got, beyond, wicked. You see? So we're about to see, the Most High just really open up, all right, in this in America, and we can get that in 2nd Ezra 15:5. Or you can get that Yakanah. Well, you can get it, bro. You can get it.
I had a precept too.
All right, get your precept. Cause we probably gonna end it with that second Ezra. What we probably gonna do, we're gonna do a part 2. I guess we can come right back next week. Since we've been gone anyway. We've been through. But yeah, go ahead and get yours, and then we'll end it with that second Ezra 15:5, bro. But you got
Okay, this second Ezra is 8 and 50. It
Yep.
says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
Yep, you break it down, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, that ain't nobody as proud as America, man. Proud to be an American, man.
Yep.
These people, man, that walk in great pride. So the Lord about to do some big time humbling, man. He about to bring that pride low. Yep. They tell you that in what is that? Proverbs.
Yep.
16,
Yep.
Pride before destruction.
Yep. Yeah, man. So that's the time we in, man. But you got it, bro.
Yeah, you got
This is second Ezra 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Havashah, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Go ahead.
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yep. So the Lord is telling why He's bringing these things, man, and we can see wickedness is being fulfilled. You can see that Yahweh Bashim outside, is not going to let this place go on too much longer. All right, with this type of wickedness is accepted and allowed in the earth, man. He's going to judge, man. All right, He's going to make a move in the earth. And that's why it's just gonna be. He's gonna destroy this place with so much power, man, because it's so long overdue. You got it, bro.
Verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yep.
And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Yep. And that's what we see happening. As elect are repenting. Because even just us repenting and striving to live right, our spirits is crying to the Heavenly Father, man. That's an action that's showing we fed up with this place, man. Just by trying to live by the standard of the Scripture, that action alone, is crying out to you, how about you now, to destroy this place, man. So we can fully live in righteousness, man. So the righteous prayers are going up, as we constantly make these sacrifices on a daily basis. That's going up, as we pray, as we complain, we put curses up on this place. All this being registered. You see, and it's gonna come a time when the Most High, hey, He just gonna go to work, man. And His main weapon of choice gonna be Yahweh Shai. You see, and He gonna have the nukes that's gonna be part of it. You see, Leviathan, famine, all these things are going to be part of the judgment, from on high, So, yeah, that's where we at with it, man. Like I said, this chapter, it goes into a lot, So, like I said, we'll just end it here, and we'll come back with a part 2, going through the rest of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, man. The only thing moving is prophecy, man. Everyone else is lost. If you're not dealing with prophecy, you're not dealing with reality, man. All right. Jake happy about a guilty verdict on all 3 charges. Jake not dealing with reality, man. That has nothing to do with the judgment that's coming, to this place, man. So y'all brothers had anything else, any closing statement? Come, well, with that, once again, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, stay Kwam Yashala,
Kwam Yasharal.
Bible Ball,
Oh.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay.